Hey everyone, Tal from StorageGuardian here, and today I want to talk to you about disaster recovery as a service. Most of you probably know how it works and understand the general idea. A few pointers here that we're trying to educate our listeners and our customers as with disaster recovery as a service. First of all, you got to have some kind of a plan. That's part of why we created this planner to give you the guidelines. But more into that, we're trying to make sure your process will succeed. So a few pointers here for success is, first of all, understand what are the critical resources in your organization. It's very important. If you don't know the answer to that, that's where you should start. Second thing, you need to plan ahead who in my organization is the best person to declare the disaster when it happens. Our take from our experience is that it has to be somebody from management. You have to involve management. Once you do that, it's easier for the organization to adopt the solution. It's easier for everyone, and eventually it's a managerial decision to declare a disaster. It's not supposed to be the engineer that fixes the issue. So that's another thing, involve management, very important. Okay, create procedures that involves the disaster recovery solution, because it's not something that you say, I have a plan, so once a disaster has occurred, no problem, we have a plan, let's just implement that. It doesn't work that way. When you have a disaster, you have to make sure you actually prepared for it. And preparation is not just in planning, it's also in testing. You have to test the solution. If you don't test the solution, most likely it won't work, because there are so many things that can happen when you're trying to spin up an environment in a cloud. Maybe the firewalls are not matching, probably. Rules needs to be created. So very important phase is testing. Once you get your plan ahead, you have the management involved, test it. If you don't test it, it won't work. Once you tested it, you know you have a working solution, perfect. Make sure to create a procedure within the organization to test it at least twice a year. Why test it again? Because the environments in today's reality are dynamics. And since it's dynamic, everything has changed. Servers decommission, you're adding new servers, services. So everything has to be recorded. You have to have the plan updated at least a few times a year. And eventually you have to test it to make sure everything is up and running all the time. Okay, once you do that, you'll have a successful disaster recovery as a service plan, and also a solution that is working. That is why we're here, and that is why we created this portal. I hope you'll enjoy it. Thank you.